So today we're going to make some centerpieces for our holiday table. I like to use winter fruit. Pomegranates, which are in season this time of year and have this beautiful red, sort of pinkish color. Nuts are great. And these little oranges, call them clementines or satsumas or whatever, they're all pretty little oranges. A bowl of fresh fruit is very pretty and very tasteful and very seasonal, but it's not so festive, I don't think. I think a key to good holiday decorating is the judicious application of glitz, and this is where our gold metallic spray paint comes in. So the first one is actually fairly simple. This you can do just with a trip to the hardware store and the grocery store. It's just a sort of pyramid of oranges, some are gold, some are not, with a little moss tucked in. And so that's a 10-minute project. So just pile these up. Put a gold one on top. And then you just fill these gaps with a little of this preserved moss. But you can get this online or at craft stores or even nurseries. There we go. So here's another way to use winter fruit in a centerpiece on the table. This is a little taller, a little more dramatic, probably a little more formal than the other way to do it. It's not that difficult to do. With about an hour, a glue gun, a styrofoam cone, and hopefully a friend. So here's a tip for centerpieces. And height is important because you want to be able to see over it. Put your elbow on the table and make a fist. If it's taller than that, it's too tall and it'll interrupt conversation. So I cut this cone down. So we passed the test. So now we need to stick our gold spray painted satsumas and our plain ones onto this cone and glue some nuts on, and then we'll fill the gaps with our bright green moss. To attach them, I'm using bamboo skewers. Just break them to the right length. Toothpicks are too flimsy. It won't hold the heavy fruit. So let's get to work. I'm also going to make 2 of these, and if you're making 2 or 3 of something at the same time, try to make them at once so they match. I started another one here. We'll do them together so we keep them more or less uniform. So when you're decorating with nuts, that sounds crazy, but you know what I mean. Sometimes the nuts can look a little sort of dusty and dull, but no problem. Pour them into a bowl with a few drops of oil. This is just mineral oil that you use to lubricate a butcher block, but vegetable oil is fine too. Rub it in. And they'll get a nice, shiny, warm look, and that dusty appearance will go away. So of course, the hardest part about this is not burning yourself with the glue. But beyond that, you just want to fill in any of the larger gaps where the styrofoam is showing with nuts, and just have them, more or less evenly distributed. So the great thing about the moss is it's very forgiving. You can just stuff it into all the little gaps, correcting all of your mistakes. And it comes in these plastic bags. It's very inexpensive and it keeps indefinitely. All right. I think we're done. And of course, our spray painted winter fruit isn't just for the dining table. A nice bowl of pomegranates looks good pretty much anywhere. A coffee table or the kitchen counter or an entryway. It just adds a little holiday cheer.